You've been told your whole life to save money. That if you skip the lattes, eat at home, and stash away 20% of your paycheck, someday you'll be financially free. But here's the truth that personal finance gurus rarely admit. Saving alone won't make you rich. Not now. Not in this economy. Not in the real world. That old-school advice worked in a time when college was cheap, houses were affordable, and a job could last a lifetime. But today, with inflation, rising living costs, and stagnant wages, saving is just the entry ticket. It's not the game. Real wealth is built by thinking differently. It's not about pinching pennies. It's about multiplying value. In this video, I'll break down why saving isn't enough, what the wealthy do instead, and how you can adopt that same mindset to create actual financial freedom. Not someday, but starting now. 1. Inflation isn't just a statistic. It's a wealth killer. Let's start with inflation. It's not just some boring economic number on the news. It's a stealth tax on your future. When inflation is 4% and your savings account pays you 0.5%, you're losing money in slow motion. That $10,000 you saved might still look like $10,000 in your account, but in 5 years, it buys a lot less. Rent goes up, food costs rise, assets inflate, your stagnant money falls behind. The wealthy understand this deeply. That's why they don't save to store money. They save to deploy it. They want their money in motion. They want it flowing into investments, equity, business opportunities, anything that outpaces inflation. They don't fear inflation. They outsmart it. 2. Time is your greatest asset, but only if you use it right. Here's the thing no one tells you when you're young. Your money isn't your most powerful asset. Your time is. Every year you wait to invest, you're losing years of compound growth. If you invest $500 a month from age 25, you could retire with millions. If you wait until 35, you'll have to invest twice as much to end up in the same place. Saving delays your potential. It keeps your money frozen instead of growing. Wealthy people don't wait for the right time. They use time as leverage. Even small amounts invested early can snowball into life-changing sums later. But the key is starting. Not saving endlessly, but investing purposefully. 3. Scarcity mindset versus growth mindset. Saving can be helpful, but if it becomes your default mode of thinking, it turns into scarcity mindset. There's never enough. I have to protect what I have. I must cut costs at all times. This creates stress, limitation, and fear. You end up living a smaller life to protect your finances, instead of expanding your finances to live a fuller life. The wealthy operate from a growth mindset. How can I increase my income? How can I buy back my time? How can I scale what I already do? They see money not as something to trap or hoard, but as fuel to create more opportunities. They don't just save. They strategize. 4. Saving doesn't scale. Ownership does. No one becomes a millionaire just by saving. Why? Because saving is linear. $1 in, $1 saved. But wealth is built through scalable systems, through ownership. When you own a business, a product, a piece of content, real estate, or stock, you tap into leverage. Your efforts multiply. You earn while you sleep. A freelancer who saves $10,000 a year still has to work hourly to keep saving. But a digital creator who owns content that generates $10,000 per month in passive income? That's scale. That's wealth. That's what changes lives. The myth of frugality as a virtue. We've glamorized frugality like it's a badge of honor. Skipping vacations, eating canned food, never upgrading your car. But here's the uncomfortable truth. You can't shrink your way to freedom. You can only cut costs so far before you start shrinking your quality of life. Frugality, at its best, is just a tool, not a strategy. It helps you stop financial bleeding, but it doesn't grow wealth. It's like applying a bandage. necessary at times, but not a cure. There's also a danger of falling into what's called false frugality. That's when you spend hours hunting for $5 discounts or spend less today, but pay more later because you bought something cheap and low quality. Time is your most valuable resource, and obsessing over tiny savings can actually cost you more in the long run. Wealthy people are often frugal in the right areas, but not because they love scarcity. They do it because they're redirecting that energy into income-producing decisions. They're not obsessed with clipping coupons. They're focused on building pipelines. 6. The rich use saving as a temporary holding pattern. To the average person, a savings account is the end goal. Once I hit $50,000 saved, I'll be secure. But to the wealthy, savings is just a parking lot, not a destination. A place to hold cash temporarily before it's moved into more powerful positions. They understand that cash is meant to be agile, not idle. It's their dry powder, ready to be deployed when a good investment appears. This might mean buying shares during a market dip, picking up undervalued real estate, or investing in a startup before it grows. And they don't just wait, they prepare. They study markets, learn trends, build networks, and monitor opportunities so that when the right moment comes, they can act quickly with confidence. They also use savings strategically for things like capitalizing on urgency, flash sales, auctions, or off-market deals, avoiding bad debt, paying for emergencies without borrowing, seeding long-term plays, funding a business idea, building a product, launching a new stream of income. 7. You need an offense, not just defense. Imagine playing a football game with only defense. No offense, no scoring, just protecting the ball. That's what saving alone is. Pure defense. You're avoiding risk, not chasing growth. You're surviving, not thriving. Wealthy people know you can't win if you never play offense. That means taking action, launching things, making moves, investing time, capital, and skill into things that can pay off 10 times. Saving is defense, but wealth is built through offense. 8. Leverage is the secret ingredient. If you want to get rich, you need leverage. And I don't just mean borrowing money. I mean time leverage, skill leverage, content leverage, people leverage. Let's say you start a YouTube channel, a newsletter, or a digital product. You record or write once, but it reaches thousands. That's content leverage. You build a team to run your business. That's people leverage. You create software, systems, or code. That's technical leverage. Saving doesn't create leverage. It preserves status. But leverage, that creates breakthroughs. 9. Learn, then earn, then reinvest. The path to wealth isn't earn, save, repeat. It's learn, earn, reinvest. Learn skills that give you pricing power. Earn through high-value work or scalable income streams. Reinvest your gains into assets that continue to pay you back. The wealthy never stop learning, because every skill, every insight, every connection becomes another tool in their wealth-building toolbox. Saving is passive. Wealth requires intentional growth. 10. Saving is about security. Wealth is about freedom. This is the final mindset shift. Saving gives you security, but not freedom. You feel safe until the car breaks down, or you get laid off, or inflation spikes. But when you build wealth through ownership, investing, and leverage, you create real freedom. You don't just get by, you get ahead. You don't worry about every bill. You design the life you want. You don't fear the future. You shape it. And that's what this is really about. Not just numbers in an account, but the ability to live life on your terms. Conclusion. So yes, save, but only as the foundation. Don't worship the savings account. Don't chase the false comfort of stockpiling cash while the world passes you by. Move, building, invest, learn, own, multiply. That's the path the wealthy follow. That's the path you can follow. Because in today's world, The people who win financially aren't the ones who save the most. They're the ones who play the smartest. And now you know how to start. If you found this video helpful, then be sure to like and subscribe.